Hello, it's me again, Low Power. Continue my list. We did the greatest top 10 players I've seen in my life. Number one was Michael Jordan. Number two was Magic Johnson. Number three was Larry Bird. Number four was Shaquille O'Neal. Number five was Keem Olajuwon. Number six was Tim Duncan. Number seven was Isaiah Thomas. Number eight, what was number eight? Hmm, was what was number eight? Oh, Kobe Bryant. Number nine was Charles Barkley. Number 10 was Karl Malone. It's number 11. The top. This would be the number 11 player I've seen with my own two eyes, who I've seen play extensively, not just someone I've seen play. I've seen play extensively for a long time. They maintain a level of greatness. Number 11 player of all time would have to be Kevin Garnett. I'm gonna go with Kevin Garnett for this other guy, just because he has a championship. But Garnett, his stats are just ridiculous. His ability to be 23 and 12 just about every year in his whole career, man, is just amazing. He's been a great player. Like I say, he passed his stat. He fills up the stat sheet. He has all the abilities in the world. Has no weakness. Only problem, he's never been a clutch player. Never ever. Never had any real clutch moments I could really think of. But the guy's a great player, great offensive player. Probably should be more dominant than he has been. But he got his championship this year. So when it comes to ability, there's not too many people on his level. Power forwards, you got only guy. To me, Tim Duncan's not a power forward. So to me, it's center. And they was able to hide him as a power forward in a way. You can't really hide Tim Duncan, but where he was able to play at the power forward position and matching him up against other power forwards, man, it was just ridiculous. But Kevin Garnett's a true power forward, even though he has a high of a center. He played the position, to me, he's a little overrated on defense, defensively though, but number 11 had to say Kevin Garnett, because there's really no weakness in this game. Put Malone over him because of his consistency, and went to two championships, lost to Michael Jordan. He would have played anybody else out the East those years. Karl Malone would have had him a championship. So if I go with Kevin Garnett. Number 12, I had to say Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, the best scoring little man ever. I mean, this guy is really one of the best scorers of all time. I think he averages about 27 points a game for his career, and that's ridiculous for a guy 6'1". And in this league at this time where, the height, the guys are bigger and stronger than they ever been. I don't know if they're right now as tall. I don't think right now. I think in the 80s, sometime in the 80s actually, was when you had the tallest players average, but the players are bigger and stronger, so he gets knocked down a lot. He plays with so much heart. He still gets up. He takes a beating. He takes a lick and keep on ticking. You know what I'm saying? So he has gotten to the NBA championship with as almost the only offensive weapon on his team. That team was a great defensive team, that Philadelphia team against the Lakers, and he basically beat the Lakers all by himself that first game. Lakers should have won every single game that year in the playoffs. They should have been the first team and go 16-0. But Allen Iverson, man, won the MVP that year over Shaq. And he probably should have. I mean, no one has a big effect on the game than Shaq at that time, but he deserved that MVP, averaging like 30 points a game and 5 assists. I think about 2 or 3 steals. It was amazing, man. The guy's a great player. Next to Isaiah Thomas, the second best little man I've seen. I will put him over Isaiah. But he takes a lot more shots to get his points, and basically Iverson is the Isaiah with a different mentality, score first mentality. Isaiah didn't have a score first mentality. I don't care what anybody tries to tell you. But Allen Iverson, number 12, number 13. To me, this guy underrated. I don't see how he didn't make top 50 basketball players of all time. Number 13, Dominique Wilkins. Dominique was amazing. Dude was great. the second best scorer of that era with Michael Jordan, man. Just like Jordan was unstoppable, Dominique was unstoppable. And his team, man, I mean, he had all right teams, you know. He was the leader of his team, led them Atlanta Hawks teams to the playoffs just about every year. He never won a championship, but he really couldn't have. He never had a team good enough to win a championship. I don't blame players who never win championships who never have the team to do it. He never played on the team good enough to win a championship. So to me, that's just lame. People might say, "Oh, he didn't play defense." He wasn't a great defensive player, but his weakness on defense is over exaggerated. He was a very good rebounder, and he was a great scorer. Human highlight film, man, the greatest dunker ever. Well, you know him and Vince Carter, but the guy was an amazing player. He needed to get more props. He doesn't get the props he deserves. Didn't make top 50. Scottie Pippen did. I thought that was crazy. You know, he was an elite player for a long time. When I look at greats, I look at sustained greatness over a long period of time. And Dominique for 9-10 years was, you know, offensively was like the second best player in the league next to Michael Jordan. So, and you know, he had some MVP seasons, didn't win MVP. So during that time where you had the best players ever play the game, with Michael Jordan, Matt Johnson, Larry Bird, wasn't too many people gonna get an MVP but them guys. Charles Barkley won one when Michael Jordan got out the league. So, you know, Dominique Wilkins, and he was slam dunk champion. He got cheated one time out of his championship against Michael Jordan because they was in Chicago, I believe. Okay, number 14, I'm gonna have to go with the probably number 3 clutch player of all time, Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller, you know, just because for a long period of time he sustained his greatness, goodness to greatness. You know, he didn't really have. He was really mostly just an offensive player, but you know, his performances at clutch time was just ridiculous. That time they played the Knicks, and me and my brother, man, we came to school the next day. We thought the Knicks had won the game, and we was in I believe it was English class or geometry class. No, I think it was geometry. Whatever, one of them classes. And I think it was in our 10th grade year. And they were talking about how Indiana won the game. I'm like, man, what are you talking about? New York won that game. But Reggie Miller won that game, beat them all by himself. The guy was a great player, amazing scorer. He probably wouldn't, you know, if he played on a team with another star at that time, instead Indiana wasn't have any good players, he probably wouldn't have been the player that we know now because they focused their offense through him. But great player because of his overall greatness over a long period of time. Number 14, I think I'm on 15, right? I would have to go with LeBron James. LeBron James only been in the league, I believe this is 5th year, but the guy's been dominant. He has all the talent in the world. He has enough ability to one day be better than Michael Jordan. And yes, I said that. He has the ability to be better than Michael Jordan one day. The guy can do everything. He doesn't have the post-game Jordan had yet, but his physical dominance, being so big, so strong, so fast, able to jump so high, and his handle, his passing ability, his rebounding ability, his leadership, his willingness to take a game over, his willingness to dominate at the highest level. I mean, what he did against the Pistons 2 years ago, how great he played against Boston that last game, just Paul Pierce just did his thing. I mean, the guy is amazing. He's a one-man team. He's already taken that team to the championship. He took the weakest team I ever seen to the championship series. No team ever been that weak and made it to the NBA Finals. And he did it basically all by himself. They put enough people around him, the guy will get him a championship. So he has the ability to be better than Michael Jordan. He is like a Magic Michael hybrid. You know, he has Magic's height, he has Jordan's athleticism, and he has like Shaq's body basically at 6'9". He's so 260, man, just running the flow, get out the way, I'm coming through. The guy's amazing. Those are my top team players of all time. So I'm gonna keep doing this list till we get to 100. All right, peace out.